What it do with the business is, man, it's the one I execute. I'm back, you feel me? Woo. It's been an eventful, week or two with this YSL trial. They basically still in there fighting. I mean, they down to the point where it's nothing but, social media posts at this point. But yeah, man, so yesterday, they play, well, they have the week off, right? The week off. So they're just motioning for evidence and, just all different type of motions and trying to see what evidence they can put in, what evidence that the defense don't want in. So, what do you know? They bring up another interrogation. They only played like a little bit of it, but it was very powerful from what I'm hearing y'all saying. The interrogation of Yak Gotti. You know what I mean? Really one of them ones, you know what I'm saying? Right-hand man, a thugger, it seemed, of that nature. And he was in there explaining a situation about some guns, giving some guns or some, you can't really hear it, you know what I'm saying? But I remember when the whole Yak Gotti snitched, niggas was saying he snitched at first. I never said he snitched, but I was asking the question. But niggas was saying he snitched. And, I didn't even look into it at that time, really, because at that point, it was so many people left and right taking pleas, and then niggas was being accused of snitching, and it was just a lot going on. So by the time it got around to them talking about Yak Gotti, this, then the third, and it was never really clear to me, and it was just too much going on, so I didn't really look into it. But they played that tape yesterday, and they showed him in there talking about who he had problems with. I guess he was talking, it was something about a gun. I couldn't really, it was inaudible to me as far as, that's why I didn't even mention anything about a gun. But how I did find out, apparently, this has been spoke on. And Yak Gotti has responded to this, I think 2 years ago, you know what I'm saying? Which was the original time that I remember seeing it. And then when I looked at my dates, it was hella videos. When I searched this shit, it was hella videos. You know what I'm saying? So, me being new to this journalism thing and documenting such a, serious, I know a lot of y'all, look to my content, especially when it comes to this case. And I was the first one who was even covering it, streaming it, that from the day of niggas got arrested, you know what I'm saying? And to the first day of, they was screaming. If you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of y'all know because I see y'all comment in the comments like, yeah, you was the first one. So, I take this, my journalistic, I guess, integrity. I mean, just my integrity, period, but especially my journalistic integrity, I take it serious, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to trade integrity for views like some people do. So I made a video yesterday, documenting the day and, titled it, Yak Gotti interrogation video exposed in court. On the thumbnail, did he snitch or not? Or did Yak snitch too? Question mark. Exclamation point, exclamation, question mark, question mark. And, I posted it in my, respected places, Facebook, Reddit, Twitter. I think that was it. And I see, this was the most mixed and vocal I seen. Basically, mixed. Like some people saying they agree with this shit. Some people saying they don't agree with this shit. Out of any video that I made pertaining to this, you know what I'm saying? Usually it's just one-sided or niggas ain't really speaking too much on it. But I just want to let y'all know, you know what I'm saying? I take this shit serious and I listen to y'all and I see what y'all say. So I go to the Reddit and I see all type of shit. So I'm like, damn, not saying this ain't new, because like I said, I heard this before, but this has been, I guess, y'all saying this has been debunked. If you don't know what debunked means, it means like this has been uncovered, has been proven, I guess, not true, or you see what I'm saying? I'm trying to think of the proper terminology. So y'all even made me go back and do my research. I'm like, damn, because I was seeing mixed reviews. Like I seen paragraphs. A lot of y'all was going in. So let's read some of these messages y'all left. So King Screwloose said, ain't this from when Yak took the charge for Duke? And he said he was gonna give Duke the guns to go shoot some shit? Y'all fishing for old stuff now. This been known. They both was in on it. NV_ said, exactly, bruh. This the second time they faced time because of this incident. And both times Duke has went home. Yak, on the other hand, did 4 years in the feds last time and is facing like this time. But niggas calling him a snitch. Dinosaur Rocket Ship said he gave the police more information than Gunna. Significantly more since Gunna didn't give them anything, much less anything they can use. Yak named names in the murder investigation, and that information was used by police and DA to build a case against multiple other people. Anyone who called Gunna a snitch better be going 1,000 times harder at Yak. International Row said, niggas never want to listen to International Row. I'm old, don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Don't know law, just a hater, this, that, and the third. And now look, these are civilians on here telling me about the streets. Been on here 2-3 years saying Yak told, and people said he didn't because he did time and Duke didn't. Gunna's biggest fanboy and rat lover, NV, just said last week it's impossible to snitch on somebody and still do the time while they remain free because he never heard of such a thing in his life. Now what do we have here? Better listen to Unc next time. I've been around the block. I ain't just a troll. Oblivion TU said, if Duke didn't care, why should we? NV responded, rat is to Atlantaology what D-Moore is to the girls on IG. These niggas gonna find any reason to label someone. Mike McNeil said, Yak was talking a little too much. Not as bad as Woody, but too talkative. But they violated Thug anyway and broke the law. That's why they have a new judge. Hayes Juan DeMarco 153 said, nah, I noticed how Yak distanced himself from them when he came home. Didn't even dawn on me that them not being solid was the reason. Famed legal expert and journalist George Cheedy even chimed in, saying, a lot of talk about how Yak Gotti snitched. It's not quite that simple. He pled guilty when he and YSL Duke were caught with rifles a few years ago as they were on the way to a retaliation hit after a fight in Magic City. If pleading guilty is snitching, that's a high standard. Once I went and did my research, I said, oh shit, this is like, I'm late. I'm late. I didn't even know. I remember when it initially came out, that's how much I didn't really pay attention to that. I just ain't want to, it was too much going on at that point as far as, it was the beginning of the case, or the trial, I should say. Niggas was trying to get bonds. Niggas was just getting indicted. So I went back and did my research, man. I listened to what y'all said. Some of y'all was like, man, Yak Gotti Ben said that he took his time. He did 4 years in the feds for this. He said he took the case for such and such, or it was a play, so on and so forth, right? Some of y'all was like, no, I told y'all that nigga was snitching. And so I was so shocked at the mixed reviews on this motherfucker. I was like, that's what made me go do my research. So I went and, read a little article on it as far as, I guess, an article. It was a few articles actually, but I mean, I just picked one that I found to be the most credible as far as the source and everything, which was, I think it was from iHeart Radio, but it was a lot. And well, let's just check out what they said and what Yak Gotti responded to. When this initially came out, he responded to it. You know what I'm saying? Let's check it out. From iHeart Radio, Yak Gotti responds to snitching rumors amid YSL RICO case. After he was denied bond in YSL's ongoing RICO case, Yak Gotti took to social media to clear up the rumors that claimed the rapper snitched on his associate YSL Duke. During the bond hearing on Thursday, June 2nd, the prosecutor argued that he was a threat to potential witnesses and told the judge that the rapper-born Diamante Kendrick had pled guilty to conspiracy to commit murder of Donovan Big Nut Thomas.
The latter detail fueled rumors that he ratted out YSL Duke, who was also charged in connection to the murder. Once court was adjourned, Kendrick managed to hit up his Instagram timeline to shut down the rumors. 2015, my brother never did a day in jail because I claimed my shit. I did 4 years fed with no tears. Stop the cap. Kendrick was denied bond along with Young Thug and Gunna. All three YSL artists will have to remain in jail until their trial date on January 9th, 2023. Thug, born Jeffrey Williams, was denied bond after his legal team brought in members from the community, as well as 300 executive Kevin Lowndes to testify on the rapper's behalf. In the end, the judge understood Williams presumed innocent, but ultimately feared that potential witnesses would be at risk if the rapper was granted a conditional release.
So I said, damn. That doesn't sound far-fetched. It don't sound far-fetched at all. Even though I don't know, I don't have a dog in the fight. I'm just here to document. I'm like the hood news. But like I said, I take this shit serious. So, and I heard y'all talking. We just went over. I ran through all the comments on other videos, my video, and I seen, it was mixed reviews for the most part. You know what I'm saying? And so now that shit got me thinking like, well, damn, because you don't want to, even though I didn't fucking never say that he snitched, I asked y'all. That's why I never can like stamp something unless it's stamped, unless unless I actually see it or hear it. But I just was like, he was doing some talking in there, like he was talking too much. But when y'all started rebuttaling, it was like, no, he was finessing the play, and it was more than one of y'all, like as we seen. I'm like, damn. I mean, he probably was. He did go do some time, you know what I'm saying? Duke didn't go do no time, you know what I'm saying? And you heard the story that allegedly, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, and me being, one of the main sources for y'all, especially from the black people, from the hood niggas, I had to come and just spread what I've learned, you know what I'm saying? And that's like, I'm gonna leave it up to y'all. That's what I learned. It's not a far-fetched story. If you're a nigga from the hood, people do shit like that all the time. So that could explain the talking that he was doing as far as who he had problems with or whatever he was trying to spin the narrative. I don't know. I don't fucking know. But this motherfucking case is just a rabbit hole of bullshit. You know what I mean? And like I always say, bro, and especially like with this shit, to all the niggas coming up and all niggas in the streets, man, be careful what you do and who you do it with if you do anything, you know what I'm saying? Because you might end up in a situation where if you're not, I ain't saying like if you're going to snitch, but if you got to play a move that could look crazy, you know what I'm saying? But I don't want to get too deep as that because that's just a little too federal. Because if that is what happened, then I feel like, the case, I guess he's done his time already, but still, I don't want to be out here stamping like, yeah, and I can't stamp it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all told me about it, and I went and did my research and seen that he spoke about it and it was spoken about. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I'm gonna keep y'all informed. Like I said, everything I find out, I'm gonna keep y'all informed, even if I find out late. And I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all, you know what I mean? But when I went and like did my research on this shit, I'm like, all right, so this could actually be deeper than what it seems. So I just wanted to come through and just throw that narrative out there. And I was late to that. Like I said, when I initially heard it, I didn't pay too much attention. If you look, I didn't even make a fucking video ever about him potentially snitching or anything because I just remember that time it was like, I was like, when I heard that, I was like, what? I didn't want to believe it, you know what I'm saying? I was already a fan of Gotti, and I didn't and that's why I continued to even listen to his music and so on and so forth. But listen, trouble is easy to get in and hard as fuck to get out, my nigga. And when that judge bring that gavel on that motherfucker, and they take you some time that you make your head spin, you ever, I don't know, see, y'all probably don't know. Your head to spin, nigga. Your heart to drop to your suit. You gotta just look there like, take it like a G, pause. But stay the fuck out the way. You feel me? And prayers up to everybody involved. But we're gonna see what else happening with the rest of this case. And man, y'all let me know in the comments, what do y'all believe and what do y'all know to believe? Because this shit is a tangled web, man. No pun intended. Y'all let me know what your name, man. Like, comment, notification bell, I'm going. Yeah.